everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Sophie and I would love it if you hit that big red subscribe button down below. I talk about language learning a lot, I make travel videos when I'm actually traveling, I make study with me videos, talk about uni life, and today I'm just filming like a daily vlog, so if you like any of those types of videos then you should definitely hit that big red subscribe button down below. But yeah, anyway, today I thought I'd film a daily vlog. It is currently Saturday. I'm gonna say, I think it's Saturday the 21st of November. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's currently a Saturday. The UK is currently still in lockdown, so I'm not really going to be doing much. I'm mostly going to be at home, but yeah, I have like some uni work that I'll probably get done. I think I've got a translation for Spanish I'm going to do. I definitely saw an email about some French homework, so I need to have a look at that. Maybe I'll do that today as well, who knows, and just some general language learning, but also it's the weekend, so I'm not just gonna do uni work. I need to take some time to myself. I'll probably go for a walk in the park later because it's not raining currently. I hope it stays like that. So yeah, I'll probably do that later if it's not raining, because I can't remember the last time I left my house, and there's not really much anywhere else I can go, and I do have a nice park not too far away from where I live, so I am lucky that at least I have that nice park, and sometimes I see like cute squirrels there and birds and there's swans there, and yeah, it's just nice to just go there sometimes. And later on I'm gonna have a bit of a chat as well about my plans for like next semester, my travel plans, and like my backup plans, because obviously at the moment everything is just so up in the air, and although it looks like for the first time ever it looks like that one of my study abroad placements might actually go ahead and I might go abroad, obviously I'm aware that things can change at the last minute, so I've been trying to think of some backup plans as well, and I don't know, I just feel like I've shared so much of this on this channel already that I may as well share more, and I know like some people are going through similar situations maybe at the moment. Okay, so sorry for just kind of jumping from the intro there straight into footage of me doing work. The last part of the intro was just really rambly, so I just had to cut it out. Okay, so I've just finished that translation. I'm not too sure how clear it is exactly from my footage that I was actually doing work, as I haven't watched the footage back yet, but yeah, I find it kind of hard to just film good quality like study with me clips for vlogs at home at my parents' house, just because I don't have a desk, so it's kind of hard and there's not much space to rest my camera, and my room's just a mess, so there's always like only a certain angle that I can show, because like my stuff doesn't all fit in my wardrobe, and I've got suitcases on top of my wardrobe. It's just a mess, so I can only really film at a certain angle. Like I'm always resting my notebook on my legs because I don't have a desk, so I'm not sure like how obvious it is that I'm doing work all the time. Like I don't know if my notebook was actually in the clips or if it just looked like I was randomly looking down at my bed for no reason. I know my laptop definitely wasn't in the clips, but I did have my laptop open because that's where I was viewing the translation, and then I was just writing it down in my notebook. So yeah, so I'll show you now. I was definitely doing the work. I still have the translation open on my laptop. So yeah, I was just doing this translation. It was from English into Spanish on like some interview, like a section of an interview, fragment of an interview from with Bob Dylan, and then I literally had like Spanish dip open on Google, so you can see like I was actually doing work, because I go back and forth between Spanish dip when doing translations, just to make sure that I do actually get the like correct word. Sometimes I have like an idea, but I'm not too sure. Sometimes I also just like to have it open just to check my spelling, because I'm not very confident with my spellings. Like even in English sometimes I'm not that confident, so sometimes the words are right, like I'm spelling them right, but I'm just not sure. So like yeah, I just check like there's no harm in checking. Hey, like in an exam, obviously I wouldn't be able to do that, but in an exam I would just have to trust my knowledge and hope that, yeah, I got it correct. It's better now to check now whilst I'm at home, know it's wrong, and find out if it's wrong and learn the correct spelling. Then, you know, later on I'm in like a translation exam at uni and I'm just like, write a word completely wrong. I know I've definitely spelt some words incorrectly before, like in exams and stuff, and ended up writing a completely different word that was and then, so it's not even obvious that I've spelt a word wrong. It just looks like I've got the word wrong entirely and I don't know my vocabulary, but sometimes it's just my spelling. But yeah, I'm trying to work on my spelling, or at least get more confident with my spelling. So yeah, and it's just good to have like a dictionary open, especially like for translation from your mother tongue into another language. It's so much easier to translate from another language into your mother tongue because obviously you have all these like different phrases, you've got all these idioms, like, yeah, it's just so much easier. If something doesn't translate directly from one language into your mother tongue, it's easier to figure out how to write it than if you're translating it into another language, because you've just got all this different vocabulary and can think of a different way to basically express the same meaning. My camera's going out of focus, but yeah, please focus. I'm probably rambling on about translation. I'm sure most of you aren't or as interested in translations as I am. I really like translations. Like, they definitely get me thinking, and sometimes they're hard. I'm like, oh, but I do like them, and yeah, I like, weirdly kind of enjoy them. Like it's not like I wake up each morning and I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do a translation today, but like I'll much rather do like a translation homework than any other homework. Like, tell me to like research something and write an essay, no, I don't want to do that. Tell me to do a translation, oh yeah, I'll do a translation, like gladly, like kind of thing. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day and stop rambling on about translations. So after that, in preparation for a French class that I had on Tuesday, I did some research into the language Breton, which they speak in Brittany, as well as French, if you didn't already know. Then I went for that walk in the park. Honestly, it wasn't the best day to go for a walk, as it was quite grey and it was quite muddy where it had been raining a lot previously. But to be honest, I hadn't left the house in like days because of the rain and the lockdown, so yeah, I just had to get out, and it was just nice to get out and just get some fresh air. Hi, so I've fast forwarded to Sunday. Yeah, sorry. I did try to film this clip last night, but it gets dark quite early in the UK now, and I only have one light bulb in my room, so the lighting's not the best. And yeah, I could buy professional lighting, but I literally don't know where I would store my lighting or where I would put it, because my room's so tiny and cramped as it is. So yeah, I tried filming it, it just kept going out of focus because my camera has a harder time focusing when when the lighting's poor, and I just wasn't happy with it. So we're starting again today because I really wanted to have this chat. I really wanted to talk about my like travel plans. I know that they could change because of all the uncertainty, and I have thought of a few backup ones, and I want to talk about a few possible backup plans as well. And before anybody's like asks me in the comments like, you shouldn't be traveling at the moment because of the whole pandemic, I'm not going on like a holiday. I'm not going to go somewhere for like 2 weeks and then fly back or anything like that. I am talking about long-term travel. I am talking about spending 6 months somewhere as part of my degree, so it's like got an educational benefit for me. And I'm going to take a test before I go out there, and I'm going to quarantine if I have to quarantine. I'm not too sure if I do have to quarantine upon arrival. I haven't found it. I found that people coming from France to the UK need to quarantine on arrival, but yeah, I'm not sure. I emailed the university today anyway to see if they know. But yeah, if I need to quarantine upon arrival, I will quarantine upon arrival. I will follow all of the rules, like, yeah. And there is a reason that I'm gonna go abroad, and I want to talk about that, and I just want to share my experience, because I know that like doing a language degree in the UK anyway, you have to spend some time abroad. Usually you have to spend some time abroad. Usually it's a year. I know sometimes people come back from their year abroad early from whatever reason. It's not like you're forced to stay in this country if you need to come back, whether that be for like health reasons, both mentally or physically or whatever. Like, your university usually lets you come back. Like, it's not like you're trapped in this country and you must stay there. But obviously at the moment, some people's are going ahead, some people's haven't. Every university seems to be handling it differently. Maybe some people aren't sure about whether they're going or not at the moment. Like, I'm not 100% sure at the moment whether I'm going, and yeah, I don't know, I thought it'd be nice to talk about this, because I know a lot of people are probably going through similar things, and I don't know, I feel like I share a lot on here. I spoke about my previous placements on here being cancelled. If you're new here, hi, my name's Sophie. Oh, I've said that already in the intro, haven't I? But anyway, if you're new here, I study German, Spanish and French at university. I was going to go to Leipzig, but I was starting in April. So I was going to go to Leipzig in April. But we all know what happened in April. Oh, stop. It stopped focusing. Okay, now that my camera's decided to focus, I was going to go in April. We all know what happened in April. Obviously I didn't go. I was obviously upset about not being able to go. It definitely made me worry a lot that because I weren't getting this time to focus on my German improving, and I definitely feel like my German is a bit rusty at the moment. Even now that I've started having online classes for German again, I still feel like it's a bit rusty. But I'm not, obviously, like, I don't mean to sound ungrateful or anything, because I know everybody was going through hard stuff at that time, and I had friends who were already abroad who had to come home early, and yeah, just, it wasn't like I was the only one in that position. No one was going anywhere in April, so yeah. And then I was meant to go to Granada in September, and then I didn't end up going there either. I know some people were obviously still gone abroad, because I had to explain this to one of my friends actually, because she was a bit unsure about why I didn't go to Spain when she had a friend from a different university who was able to go to Spain, and the decisions seemed to be different from university to university, and my university made their decision quite late, and it was because it was quite late that I didn't go, because they literally made the decision like 2 weeks before that I was meant to start, that I could go if I passed this like risk assessment thing, and I was told that the risk assessment could take 2 weeks. Turns out it didn't take 2 weeks, because I know a friend ended up doing it and got it back in a few days, so maybe I could have done it. But yeah, I was told not to book any like accommodation or anything until it got accepted, and I didn't want to, I was like, Granada doesn't even have its own like student accommodation that I could have gone in, so I would have had to find something on my own back, and it just was too stressful for me to try and find everything like in like the space of a week or even less than that. So I didn't go. I've definitely had some second thoughts about that, and regretting that I maybe took the easier option, because I do know people who are in Spain, and at least in like October and September time, they seem to be having like a good time. I don't know what it's like now with the current situation in Europe and a lot of other countries in the world getting worse. But yeah, oh well, I didn't go to Spain. We move on. My Spanish, I'm still working on my Spanish, and I feel like I am still making some improvements, although it's not obviously going to be the same as if I was in Spain, but at least I'm still making some sort of improvement, and maybe I can go to Spain in the summer, we'll see. Not for too long, just for like a holiday, but not to like somewhere like Benidorm or Alicante, or Mallorca or Menorca or somewhere, or Ibiza, because you know, you go on holiday to there, you're not going to speak any Spanish, you're just going to speak English, let's be real. So not somewhere like that, somewhere where maybe I could actually speak a little bit of Spanish. Now I'm meant to be going to France in January, and it's kind of like it's my decision basically. My university isn't saying you need to go, which I think is good. Usually you have to kind of go abroad, but I think it's good that they're not saying you have to go abroad, considering the current situation. Maybe some people don't feel comfortable going abroad, and I am I do feel like that's a good thing that they're saying, that we can go if we want to, but we don't have to. It is a bit difficult because it's like, I have this big decision to make. To some extent, I'd rather someone just tell me go or don't go, like you can go or you can't go, rather than me having to make the decision myself. But you know, I'm an adult now, and sometimes I've got to make decisions for myself, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that, and I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences of my decisions. And yeah, I think I still want to go, because French is my weakest language. I've only been studying it for 2 years. I know how much languages can improve by spending time abroad, because I was an au pair in Germany, and that's the first time I really noticed my German improve. Like, even just in the first 2 months, I did this intensive B1 course, and I was like, oh, I feel like I may be B-level B2 now after the first 2 months of that course. Like, I don't know, I just noticed such an improvement, at least with my confidence anyway, and my ability to understand conversations in German. Like, even if I weren't producing the best German conversations, even if I was making grammatical mistakes, I could understand everything that everybody else was saying to me, and that just used to make me feel so happy, because before I went to Germany I couldn't understand that, and now I sit and I watch German shows without subtitles, and I know what's going on. Obviously sometimes there's words I didn't understand, but I know what's going on, and I can watch German movies and German TV shows without subtitles, and that makes me so happy, because of that time I spent abroad, because of that. And I know that you can obviously achieve the same level at home, because yeah, when I first went to university I couldn't watch anything in Spanish without subtitles, well now I can, depending on where it's filmed and the accent and stuff. Yeah, certain accents are more difficult to understand. Yeah, but I can understand stuff, which is great. So I know that it is possible as well, but I also know how much your language improves when you're fully immersed in it when you go abroad. Obviously, so long as you are making the effort to speak to people. You can go abroad to France, and you know, if you just speak English the whole time you're there, and just expect people to speak English back to you, obviously you're not going to learn French or make it a big improvement in French. So yeah, I really want to go to France to work on my French. Obviously I have a lot of worries, because I know that what the current situation is like. Currently France is in lockdown. Hopefully when I move out there, France and the UK should no longer be in lockdown, providing they don't extend the length of the lockdowns. Hopefully not, because it would be nice to move out there and actually be able to make friends. But hey, if I can't make friends, then I guess I'll just have to spend some time alone. I would definitely be sad about that, and I would definitely get upset, and I would definitely cry, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that have been alone by themselves for longer periods during this whole situation, during this whole pandemic, so it's not like I'd be the only one. And I guess I would just get through it, just like those people have all gotten through it. So yeah, I guess, and I guess I would just do that. Yeah, and realistically I don't really want to be out there if there is a lockdown, because would my French really improve? Obviously the classes would be online. At the moment they haven't said if classes are going to be online or not anyway. But with the vaccines looking like, you know, it looks like they could start vaccinating people really soon. I feel like I should go, because imagine if they do start vaccinating people really soon, and come late spring everybody's life is pretty, you know, people's lives are pretty much back to normal, and then I don't go, and say I've got other friends who do go abroad, and I see them having the time of their life, and they're actually having face-to-face classes for university, or they're actually going on international student events, and they're actually travelling around the countries that they are in, exploring, and they're actually improving their language skills. Then I'm going to regret it. And I'm thinking it's better to go to try it out, and then I don't like it and I just fly back home to the UK and I go, at least I've tried, than to not go and wonder what it would have been like if I had gone and regret it. I don't know if that makes sense, if you like understand me. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go despite the current situation, and I've definitely been trying to think of some backup plans, because I know that maybe I won't be able to go, and I'm trying to think if I can't go, like I'm still waiting for my risk assessment to be accepted, so it's not 100%. Oh my god, camera, please. Okay, so sorry about that. My camera has decided to focus now, but I've completely lost my trail of thought and just forgotten what I was speaking about because of that. I know it was something about going abroad. Backup plans, maybe? Backup plans, yeah. I've been thinking of a few backup plans because maybe I won't be able to go. I'm still waiting for my risk assessment to get accepted, because my university have to, you know, accept a risk assessment because, well, I guess they need to know whether I'm like a higher risk or anything, but I'm not, so I feel like that shouldn't get declined unless, you know, the situation gets drastically worse. So I feel like it's quite likely I can go. At the moment I'm also like having a bit of like issues trying to obtain a visa because of Brexit, but I've emailed the embassy this morning and stuff. They're not accepting any applications for visa applications from British nationals until after the 1st of January, because that's Brexit date. So, which is annoying because I'm meant to move out, like Lyon have told me I need to move out between the 4th of January and the 7th of January, but that only gives me like 4 days to get a visa. I don't know if I could apply now and then they would accept it straight afterwards. I don't know. That's why I've emailed the embassy today, because I'm like, because I don't really want to go out before the 31st of December unless I have to, because it means spending New Year's alone. It could also mean spending extra money, as I imagine flights would be more expensive then, as people might want to go see family and stuff for New Year's. And I imagine also, like, I haven't booked my accommodation yet because I can't apply for accommodation yet. They've put back the applications because of the uncertainty in the current lockdown in France. So I can't apply for my accommodation yet. So I don't know when I'll be able to move, and I don't know when I'll be able to move into the accommodation, but I'm guessing as the start date is like between the 4th and the 7th, it's not going to be until the 4th. So I may have to obviously pay for like an Airbnb or a hotel, which, yeah, so I'd rather not go before the 31st of December, because I'd rather not spend that extra money on a hotel and stuff, because by the time you spend that extra money on a hotel, you may as well spend that money on applying for a visa and go out a bit later and, you know, spend New Year's with my family. In fact, it might actually be cheaper to buy a visa than pay for an Airbnb for a few nights. I think it's like €60 or something, so it's not like, it's not a big deal. It's like not a big amount of money. It's, yeah. But I thought of some backup plans. I'm thinking, you know, maybe I can, if I can't go to France now, maybe when things do get better in the spring or something, I can do like a 1 month summer school placement, or maybe find an internship. But I feel like I do need intensive French classes, which I was going to have at the uni in Lyon, so I feel like maybe like just go to a summer school, not summer school because I'll be going in spring, but like a school, a language school, find a language school in France just for a month intensive. I don't know if I'll be able to afford a month, but to be fair, if I don't go, I'll be saving money on rent by living with my parents, so I guess I could spend that money on a 1 month intensive language course in France. And I've had a look, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to the same one in Montpellier or if I'm going to go to one in Lyon, because I've noticed on the agency that I booked my one through from Montpellier, they do have one in Lyon as well. I guess it depends which schools are opening because of everything that's going on as well. But yeah, that's one of my backup plans. I'm also considering possibly going to Spain over the summer. Oh yeah, I touched upon this earlier, like a holiday thing. I'm thinking Andalusia, because I was meant to go to Granada and I had so many plans, and when I thought I was going to go, I was like sitting down, I was reading my Lonely Planet book on Spain, and I read the whole chapter on Andalusia, and I had all these places in Andalusia that I wanted to visit. It's such a shame that I didn't get to visit any of them, but maybe I can just visit them in the future. Maybe, yeah, maybe I could fly into Granada, stay in Granada for a bit, and then maybe go to a few like other places around Andalusia. I don't know what it's like trying to speak Spanish in Granada, because it is a touristy city, but I don't think it's like, it's not as touristy as other parts of Spain, so like hopefully there'll still be people to speak Spanish with. And I know there's a few like coastal villages just south of Granada, so I guess I could base myself there and then go to those coastal villages, and hopefully, like, because yeah, although they're coastal, I don't feel like people go, like, especially British tourists and stuff, I don't know, I don't feel like people tend to go to that part of Spain for a seaside holiday. So yeah, hopefully there I could go speak English. I think as soon as you get to anywhere where there's, no, not go speak English, go speak Spanish. I feel like as soon as you get to any part of Spain where there's loads of English and German tourists, and just tourists in general. It's just everybody just speaks English. That's definitely my experience from when I've been going on holiday with my family, to like when I went to Menorca and when I went to Mallorca. I definitely had found it difficult to find people to speak Spanish to. Often I would try speaking Spanish in a restaurant and they would just reply back in English. Sometimes the waiters would actually be English. There have been times where people have been happy that I've spoken French and tried to help Spanish and tried to help me and spoken back to me in Spanish. It did happen in 2 restaurants in Mallorca, but the majority of the time people just spoke English to me, because it seemed, I think they thought they would do me a favour as well as them practicing, because they would literally hear me speak English to my family and then turn around and speak Spanish to them. So yeah, I've been rambling on for way too long, and I think my tea might be going cold because I've been talking for so long. I'm not sure. Okay, it's lukewarm, but yeah, we don't want it to go cold, so I need to drink this tea. I've been rambling on for way too much anyway, and I feel like I've said pretty much everything I want to say. Everything's so uncertain, but yeah, when I do know, like if I go to France, I will be filming a vlog moving out there. I will be filming a packing video. I will be filming like maybe like something to do with my first week settling in, how I found everything with the current situation, how I find being out there with the current situation, and I will still continue to make other content, like language related content as well. And whilst I'm out there, yeah, I'll do some like travel vlogs if I can. Probably towards the end of my time there, I'll probably do like a video on like my favourite places in Lyon or something, if I'm able to explore the city. Obviously it depends. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do in the city with the current situation. If I even go. I keep saying if I even go because I don't want to get my hopes up and then like, yeah, just be crushed when like last minute I can't go or something. But yeah, hopefully I can go. If I can go, I'm going to share it with you all. Just know that if you are going through a similar situation, if any of your year abroad placements have maybe been cancelled, internships been cancelled, if you don't know if you're going to be studying abroad or working abroad or whatever that may be, just know that you're not alone. You know, if you're coming back early, you're not alone. Chat to me in the comment section if you want. We can have a little chat. Yeah, and hopefully if you're not able to go abroad, you can do something in the summer or something before you go, just to get some practice. Any practice, language practice is better than none. That's the way I see it. And yeah, just hit that big red subscribe button down below to see more videos from me. Follow me on Instagram, all of that lovely stuff. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!